Hello, welcome back to my channel. My name is Riss, and today I'm going to be going through all of the series that I am in the middle of. Okay, so now I have counted, and I am in the middle of 24 series, which I think is crazy. How does one do that? Like, I will say some of these, they are not done writing them yet. Like, some of these series, there's still books are being pumped out. Books are still being published from these series, so that's a reason why I have not finished them yet. Or I'm just in the middle of them and I need to decide if I want to continue the series or if I'm just done with it. Because some of these series, I'm like, you know what? I don't really care. I don't want to read the rest of them. I don't care to know the rest of the story. And some of these, I'm like, why have I not read the rest of them? So I'm gonna go through all of these today. Also, some of these are duologies. Some of these are like a full-blown series. Some of these are like a 4-book series, 3-book series. Some of these are like interconnected series as well. You'll see what I mean when I go through all of them. Okay, so first, The Perfect Marriage. Listen, I don't know if I want to continue this series because this series is kind of like The Handmaid's Tale in a way, because it's like there was one book, it's a thriller series, and it followed this woman who was a lawyer, and her husband, who is trying to leave her, who has an affair, ends up waking up next to a dead body of the woman that he's having the affair with, and his wife is trying to get him to not like go to jail, which is a crazy concept in and of itself. And then another book came out in like the same world, which is called The Perfect Divorce, and I really don't know if I care enough to read it or not, because I have not heard the best things about it. Also, The Perfect Marriage, I read, it was probably like the second or third book I've read in my adult life. So at first I was like, oh my God, this is like one of the best things ever. But since then I have read better thrillers. So I really don't know. Maybe I'll like borrow it from the library one day, but until then, I'm not really jumping at the chance to go and read it. Next book, A Court of Thorns and Roses. Listen, I have read A Court of Thorns and Roses, A Court of Mist and Fury, A Court of Wings and Ruin, A Court of Frost and Starlight, and I have not read A Court of Silver and Flames. I think that's the book it's called. But I plan on it. Okay, I want to do a Court of Thorns and Roses reread so I could just bang out all the books, because I feel like, I don't know why, but I feel like Sarah J Maas is gonna like put out a book this year continuing the ACOTAR series. I don't know why I feel that way, but I do feel that way. So I kind of want to just reread the entire series and then read the last book, because I feel like when I read the series the first time, it's not that I wasn't that invested in it, but like I feel like I was just kind of like was reading it just to read it, you know. I wasn't really like, not that I wasn't like listening when I was reading it. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I want to reread it and to like really, I want to immersive read it. That's what I want to do. I want to get the audiobooks from the library, from some library app, and then I have the physical copy. So that's what I want to do with all of them. So that's my plan for that. You is the next book series. I have read the first book. I have seen all of the seasons besides the last season on Netflix. And I really, really want to finish the series out. I feel like the first book, You, it's just called You, is very like, oh my God, like Joe is a creep, you know? I feel like Penn Bradley, I don't know his last name. Penn Bradley. Anyway, I feel like he makes the character a little bit more charming than he actually is in the books. Because in the book, like, don't get me wrong, the guy's a psychopath either way. But you kind of are like rooting for him in the series. In the books, you're kind of just like, what are you talking about? Why are you doing this? Like, who are you? So I do want to finish I think there's only 4 books in this series, and I have the second one on my shelf. It's right there. I have the second one on my shelf, so I do want to continue the series. 50 Shades of Grey. Listen, I love with my entire heart Christian Grey. Like, I genuinely think he is just a perfect man. Which I know is crazy. I know you're probably thinking, oh my God, like, freak? No, listen, I love his heart, okay? He is just very damaged on the inside, okay? You need to know him as a person. You need to know him as a person to know who he is on the inside. When I say know him as a person, I mean, like, read his point of view, because they have 50 Shades of Grey, and then they have Grey, and then they have 50 Shades something, and then they have 50 Shades Darker, and then they have Darker, and then they have 50 Shades Freed, and then they have Freed. So Grey, Darker, and Freed are Christian's point of view. And let me tell you, if you read those books, you will fall in love with him, because that's what happened to me. I fell in love with him. And also Anastasia, I feel like in the 50 Shades books, she is so like insufferable, but in his point of view, she's like a really good character, because he loves her so much. So the way he sees her is like amazing, and I understand why he loves her, because like when you read Anastasia's point of view, it's like, girl, how did you bag this baddie? Like, how? But now I understand. So yeah, 50 Shades of Grey, God tier books for me personally. But you know, Bride by Ali Hazelwood. I want to read this book. Bride, the second book in this series is Mate, which I have, and I'm waiting to read that during like October season, September, October, when it gets like cooler, the fall season, just because I loved Bride so much. I loved it so much. I thought it was just amazing. It was like Twilight Junior. Not even Twilight Junior. It was just very like Twilight coded, but which I feel like is why I loved it so much. It's just like a vampire falling in love with a werewolf, and now I think it's another vampire falling in love with another werewolf in the same world. Written by Ali Hazelwood, which, like, you know, it has to be good. So yes, I am going to continue that series. The Edens by Devin Perry. Also, I feel like since I got rid of my Kindle Unlimited subscription, some of these books I just don't have access to right now, and I don't want to go out and buy them. And I may borrow them from the library once I try to tackle like all my TBR books. But the Edens, I have read the first book, which is purple, the second book, which is green, and I think I was in the middle of the red book. Which I really liked the first book, which is I don't know what it's called, but I really like the first book. The second book, listen, Knox, I love him. There's something about a chef. There is something about a chef that I will just always absolutely love and adore. Like, I don't know what it is, but like a chef that's just like absolutely ripped and just is so protective, like, that's my cup of tea. Like, that's who I want to love for the rest of my life. Shout out to my husband. But like, you know what I mean? Like, he's just so perfect. And then I was in the middle of this red book. I don't know what that one's called, but it was okay. It was very like slow, and I just wasn't really into it. So I think I soft DNF'd it. Maybe if I go back to my Kindle Unlimited subscription, I probably would pick it up and try to finish the rest of the series. But right now, it is not really on my list of top priorities of books I want to read right now. So it's a maybe. It's a maybe. It's not a top priority. It's a maybe. Game of Thrones. Listen to me. I wanted to read the book series before I watched the TV show, so I still have not seen Game of Thrones. The first book, wild, crazy, amazing. Like, I think I'd give it like a 4.5 stars. It's a great series. But then you realize it's not done. Okay, the book series is not done, and that makes me very upset because I want to finish this series. I want to know what happens. I want to dive in with these characters. I just like George R.R. Martin, buddy, just end it. It'll be okay. Just end it. It'll be okay. Like, just write an ending. I promise you, not everybody's gonna love it, and that's okay. But we need an ending. We need a final book. We need a final book. So until I get a final book, I'm not diving more into the series to just like absolutely love and adore it, just to have the last book just not even be in existence yet. So like, when Mr. George R.R. Martin drops the last book, I will start this series over, honestly. But until then, I'm not touching them. The Priory of the Orange Tree. This book I really, really enjoyed. I just thought Sabran, I think about Sabran monthly. Like, she's a queen, she's perfect, she's amazing, she is a warrior. And the dragons in there, they're just so beautiful. Like, that's the way I can describe them. They're just so majestic and beautiful, and I love them. And I know that there's 2 other books. I think there's a prequel, and then I know the other one just came out like either the end of last year or the beginning of this year. I don't know though, but I do want to read them. But the thing about those books are they are 800 pages. So I borrowed the first one from the library. So I either have to go back to the library and borrow the second and third one. And I just don't really want to do that right now because I don't want to buy the books and I don't want to go to the library and borrow stuff because I have so many books I want to read. So again, I feel like that's not like high on my priority list, but if it happens to like fall in my lap, I definitely would read it. I really enjoyed the first one and I want to continue with the second and third one. The Wild Love series by Elsie Silver. I read the first one. I enjoyed it for what it was. I feel like it was just it felt very like Hallmark meets Spice. You know, like it was very Hallmarky, but at the same time very spicy, which I don't really mind spice, but at the same time, I want to I have to be in the mood for spice. You know, some romances, if it has like 1 or 2 spice scenes, whatever. But like these books are very spicy, and I feel like I have to be in the mood and in the mindset to want to read books like that, which I haven't been. And then again, I read the first one on Kindle Unlimited, so I don't really think that I am going to continue the series until I read the rest of them on Kindle Unlimited. But I do want to read the last book, the purple one, because I think that concept is just so wild. Like, the girl dates the man, but the man is her ex-boyfriend's father. I'm very intrigued by that. I know the series is all single dads, so I want to know what the heck is going on there. Like, what happened? Hello? Like, that's crazy. That's absolutely insane. So I'm very intrigued about the last one, and I do kind of want to read them all in order, so I'm not just going to pick up the last one. So yeah, not high on my priority list, but I definitely want to get to it. The Dream Harbor series. Listen, these books are just vibes. Don't go into them thinking about a literary masterpiece. Don't even go into them thinking about a good romance book. I feel like nothing happens in those books. I have read the pumpkin spice one and then the one that comes right after it. I don't care enough to read the rest of them. The covers are so cute. Like, I wish I liked them because I want to buy them, but like it just seems pointless to me because the covers are so cute, but the stuff inside is so trash. So, and I'm sorry if you love them. But like that's just my opinion. So, you know, I'm not gonna continue that series. I feel like maybe if I want to like read like a trashy book, not even. I feel like there's other trashy books I could read because those are just, to me, those are insufferable. Like, genuinely nothing happens, and then they just like have sex all the time. Like nothing is happening, nothing at all. So no, I'm not gonna finish the series. Magnolia Parks. Listen, I am so mad at Jessa Hastings because I feel like, personally, I love the Magnolia Park series. Like, but I feel like I honestly don't even know what she did, really. I feel like she was just very like rude and mean to fans, and she threatened to kill off Julian if they wouldn't stop being mean to her, and she was acting very entitled. I have to look into what she actually did, but I feel like I am a child being told I can't play with like my best friends anymore because their mom is an asshole. You know what I mean? Like, I feel like she definitely did taint the books, but, which makes me so upset because I only read the first two. So I don't know. You know, maybe one day if she turns her life around, I'll read them. But until then, I feel like I just can't, like, in good conscience, read them. I can't hang out with my friends anymore because their mom's an asshole. My mom doesn't like them. You know? Next book series, The Guncle. This book, again, I borrowed it from the library. The first one, absolutely amazing. I think I gave it 5 stars. It is just such a cute, beautiful book. It's about these 2 little kids, and their mom passes away and their dad has to go to rehab. So their gunkle, their gay uncle, who is their mom's like best friend, but the gay uncle, Peter, yes, his name's Peter. I think his name's Peter. Peter is like a celebrity. Like, he was a big celebrity on a hit TV show back in the 90s. It was like a sitcom. So he lives in this nice house in Palm Springs. And him and their mom kind of like fell out of touch, but like they still loved each other. Like, they were best friends for like 10 years before he went off to LA, and then she decided she wanted to like start a family in Connecticut. So they lose touch with each other, but like the gunkle, Peter, is like, oh, sure, I guess I'll take your kids for the summer while you get out of rehab. And then it's just like these 2 kids. I think their names are Macy and Anthony. I don't know the kids' names, but they are 2 little kids. I think the youngest one is 5 and the older one is 8 or 9. But they just get into like these like really cute adventures, and they like give like gunkle rules, which is like just rules like how to like navigate life and stuff. It was just a really cute book. And I know there's another one called Gunkle Abroad. I soft DNF'd it because I feel like I read it again. I brought it from the library and I just felt like I didn't have enough time to read it, so I just gave it back to the library without finishing it. But I do want to finish it. I definitely do want to finish that book. It is just such a cute story, a cute world. I really want to go back to that world. So yes, I will pick that book up 100%. Killers of a Certain Age. Listen, this book, the first book, I really enjoyed. I think I gave like either a 3.75 or a 4-star. It is about these retired spies who, they're like in like their 70s, like 70, 75. Like, they are just such badass women, and they go on this cruise. This is the first book. They go on this cruise, and the cruise is a ploy to get to like to murder these 4 women, because they were in this huge spy organization, and then they think the spy organization thinks that they are a problem and they need to just get rid of them. So a lot of stuff happens, a lot of stuff about girlhood, a lot of stuff about just like life and love. And I love old people. I just love that this book is centered on older women. Maybe they're in their 60s though, because they still beat people up, I will say. So, you know, I will 100% read the next one. Again, I did borrow that one from the library. So it's higher on my list than most of these books, but I do want to read the second book that came out last year. Divine Rivals. Listen, the first book, it left on such a cliffhanger, first of all. Second of all, I'm scared to pick up the second one because I feel like so many people did not like it as much as Divine Rivals. And I really enjoyed Divine Rivals. I think I gave it like 4 stars or something, but I don't know. I also am such like a, I don't know, creature of habit, you could say. I read the first book while getting this tattoo. So I feel like if I'm going to start the second book, I also want to get a tattoo while I'm reading the second book. I don't know why I feel that way, but I do. So maybe when I get a new tattoo, I will bring my Kindle along again and read the second book, which I think is Ruthless Vows. I think that's what the next book is called. So yes, I will continue that series. I will. I'll try. I'm scared. I don't want to taint it. I don't know. I'm scared. I'm scared. All right, the Kings of Sin series by Ana Huang. I am enjoying this series. I feel like not many people on BookTok or BookTube like this series because they have read the Twisted series, which I feel like I've heard a lot of people say that the Twisted series is very much like the King of Sin series, but I've never read the Twisted series, so this is all brand new to me. I really like how fast they are. I love how like it's just like high society. These billionaires are like falling in love and they have all these like other things going on. It just feels like a drama on a TV show, like with love and like drama and all this other stuff that's happening. So I am really enjoying them. First book so far was my favorite. I've only read the first, second, and third one. So I do have the fourth and fifth one in my possession, which I do plan on reading. Maybe in the summertime, summertime, because they are romance books and they go by so fast. Like it's such a quick read that I really enjoy. So yes, I will finish this series. Red Rising. I love this series so much. Have I only read the first two books? Yes. Would I give my life to them? Yes. Which is wild and crazy. But I do want to, again, restart the series over. And I kind of just want to buy the entire series, which is crazy, which is a crazy thing to say because I think there's 3 in the first trilogy and then there's 3 in the second trilogy. And then I think another one is coming out this summer. So, you know, it's an ongoing series. I love this series so much with everything I have. It's just such a good book, such a good story. Unlike anything I've ever read before, I really hope that they turn this into a movie, but like a good movie. So yes, Red Rising, 100%, 1,000%, I'm gonna finish this series. No questions asked. Attack on Titan. This is a manga series. Listen, will I finish the series? Yes. When? Who knows? I think there's like 20, maybe 30 books, maybe even 40 books in this series. Like it's a manga, they go by fast, but there are so many books. And yeah, so will I read them? Yes, of course. When will I finish them? Who knows? But yeah, I will continue that series, 100%. Blood at the Root. I just read the second book in my fantasy vlog I posted like a couple weeks ago. Then the last book in this trilogy is coming out the end of this year. I think September, I want to say. I'm not too sure about that. But I know it comes out this year. So will I buy it and then read it immediately? Probably. Honestly, I probably will. So yeah, I 100% will finish this series. Probably like the week it comes out. Who knows? The Brutal Birthright series. No. No, which is crazy because I only have one book left, but like the second to last book did not leave a good taste in my mouth. And then when I googled the author after I finished the third to last book, and then when I googled the author after I finished the second to last book, I was like, oh, you're very problematic. You're kind of weird, and I don't want to read your books anymore. So yeah, hard no, hard pass, hard. I'm not gonna finish that series out. Am I missing anything? Probably not. Sorry, not sorry. Done and Dusted. I did enjoy this book series. I thought it was very cute. I thought it was a good time. Like I feel like it's a very like small town cowboy romance book. I'm not like itching to get back to them. I'm not like, oh my god, I need to finish that series. I constantly forget I read that book. But is it one of those series that like I would pick up if I just was in the mood for like a cowboy romance? Like yeah, it's a cute book. It's a good story. Like it's a good time, you know. If I want to be in a cowboy mood, I'd probably pick that book up. So, will I finish the series? Yes, but am I in any rush to? Not at all. The Bridgerton prequels. I feel like I talked about this in my tier ranking every book I read in 2025 video. I was so upset that this book was not about Violet. But then I realized if they're calling her Miss Bridgerton when she's not married yet, then like duh, it's not Violet, because Violet married into the Bridgertons. So I don't know why I was just I don't know what I was thinking. But when I bought it, I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited. This is the Bridgerton prequels, because they're called the Bridgerton prequels. So I genuinely thought that this was Violet and her story, but it is not. Hopefully maybe she has a book out there. Maybe I'll just Google it, because I know there's 3 other books in this series. It's a 4-book series. Do I want to finish it? Yeah, sure. I love the Bridgerton world. I love the characters. I love everything about the Bridgerton world. Am I itching to get back to it right away? No, just because I was so mad that it was not Violet's story. So who were they about? Just, I guess, ancestors and stuff. But yeah, I will definitely read them in my life. I just don't know when. So, For the Wolf. No. I'm so sorry. I know that this is it's either an ongoing series or it's a duology, but like the first book, I just could not get into. I felt like I was just reading it and like nothing was going in. And I hate when that happens. And then I like tried to switch to audio. I tried to like I tried to immersive read it. Still could not, like nothing was going in. I just did not care enough to read it and to care about it and to like it. So no, I will not be finishing that series. And I'm sorry if you love it. It's just genuinely not for me. The Shatter Me series. Yes. I have been borrowing these from Hoopla. But I kind of stopped because I do, like I said, I really just want to focus on my physical TBR. So when I feel like I'm at a good place with my physical TBR, I will definitely hop back in to the Shatter Me series, because that I am itching to get back to. So yes, 100% want to read it. Team Warren, only on the first book. I read the novella in between Shatter Me and the second book, and I fell in love with Warren. I really did. I fell in love with him. I love him. All right, our last series we're going to talk about is The Cruel Prince. And yes, 100% I am going to finish this series out. I loved the first book. I thought it was so cool. I thought it was something like I've never read before. Love that this girl's a knight. Love that she just wants to like protect her kingdom, wants to like fight. It's such a good premise, and there's only 2 more books in the series. I do have it on Libby right now. So could I read it right now? Yes, but I have so many books. So I'm low-key just holding it for no reason. Don't hate me. Don't hate me if you're in line for this book at my library. But sorry. Anyway, yes, I will 100% read this book and finish out this series. Okay, and those are all the books. Hello? Okay, and that is the end of all of the series I am in the middle of. Now, if you made it this far in the video, thank you. And if you would like, comment a series that I talked about that you either loved, hated, finished, DNF'd, could not stand. I would love to know your thoughts on all of these books. Should I finish them? Some of them are you going to say like, oh, well, the first one was absolute garbage, but like you have to keep going for it to be good. Or are you going to say the first one was the only good one and you don't need to continue throughout the rest of them? Thank you guys for watching. I had fun hanging out with you guys. I hope you guys had fun hanging out with me, and I will see you in the next video. Like a movie that everybody, like a book that like everybody loves.